Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize once again for the inconvenience. We're back here, still in the top of the 5th inning. 3-1 is our score. The count stands at 0-2 to Caleb Skulls, just sprayed one foul. So Jack Mullen had a 1-out single. And then we had an interesting play. Spencer Middleton hit the ball back to the box to Carson Phillips. He threw to second base where there was nobody to cover the bag. They were going over there, just didn't get there quite in time for the throw. So the second baseman, Go Hattori, actually received the throw and threw the first to salvage an out, which left us with Jack Mullen at second base, and going down swinging is Caleb Skull. That retires the side in the 5th inning. So the A's not able to add on. They leave a man over at second. 1 hit, no runs score for the A's. So we will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Wonderful to see Bridger Holmes or a new pitcher when we return. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Bridger Holmes back out for his 6th inning of work. Jack Hagan is going to go back out to the bullpen and throw a little bit, I guess just in case Holmes runs into any kind of trouble. Brant Cook into the game to play right field. Spencer Middleton is the left fielder. Dylan McKee moves over to third base from second.
Holmes looking for a cleaner outing this time after prior inning nearly careened off the rails. That's strike 1.
Delivers the first pitch strike to Jin Hattori. 8, 9, 10 due up for the Bootleggers. Jin Hattori, Xavier Thomas, Trey Brooks. So they try and get something going against Holmes.
2 errors and a pass ball led to a run, although Holmes was able to get his way out of the jam.
A's lead 3-1, the bottom of the 5th. That ball's chopped over the third. McKee up with it, across the diamond. And holding onto the bag is Billy Ham, 1 away. Good stretch there from Ham at first.
Very good. Bootleggers just really not making a lot of particularly hard contact today.
Well, they're facing a tough pitcher in Holmes.
They are. It's nothing against them. This is hard to get on base against them regardless.
That brings up Xavier Thomas. He walked his first plate appearance in the 3rd. That's how efficient Holmes has been for the most part. That ball is hit out to the right field. Coming on is Brant Cook. He's able to make the catch. He was shaded over that way towards the right center field alleyway. So Thomas swings to the first pitch and flies out to right for the 2nd out. Good sign for Bridger Holmes after last inning with 2 quick outs. That'll bring up Trey Brooks. Flew out to center his first time up. 2-hour time limit, 7-inning games here in the PSCL. Don't think there's a good chance we'll be able to go all 7.
I think that's very much in the cards. Aside from a couple of spot innings, this has been a brilliantly pitched game all around.
Big swing and miss to the breaking ball, quickly 0-2.
Oh, nasty breaking ball, way outside. Infield shifted a bit.
Does feel good.
Outfielder's playing a little deeper, at least right field's playing a bit deeper this inning.
The 0-2. In there for a called strike 3. Trey Brooks knew it. 6 strikeouts for Bridger Holmes. He works a perfect 5th inning. Holmes threw 5. 1 earned run allowed, only 3 hits given up by him. Another excellent outing so far. Not sure if he's done or not. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning, though. Bootleggers. Only 6 outs to play with. To the top of the 6th we go. Couple changes in the field for the A's. Daniel Vendel over at first base now, and Kai Pagan is the new left fielder. Jackson Irwin, Benjamin... Well, 5, 6, 7 due up for the A's. We'll see how that plays out with some of the subs that came in.
Carson Phillips looking to go. I have a feeling both pitchers are going to go the distance today. Phillips working that in for a quick strike.
Phillips has been excellent so far. Just the 3 runs in the 3rd inning, and he's been efficient besides that.
He really has.
1-1 the count to Jackson Irwin. Singled in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 3rd. So he's been on base twice. On the outside corner, a called strike 2. All fastballs so far to start the inning for Phillips.
Phillips' season high of innings pitched for the power 6 innings, so if he can complete this inning, he'll match that right here.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball in there for a called strike 3. 4 fastballs for the punch out to start the 6th inning. That's the 8th punch out of the game for Carson Phillips. So I'll bring up Billy Ham. Ham smokes that one to the alleyway in right center field. That's going to get up against the wall, all the way to the wall. Ham it to 2nd. Around 2nd, he's going to 3rd. Here's the throw. And it's not in time. Billy Ham head first slide into 3rd base. The ringing 1-out triple going all the way to the wall.
Absolutely smoked that one. My gosh. Right into the gap.
Jumped on the first pitch from Carson Phillips and put an absolute walloping into that one.
Phillips, finally able to jump on one of Phillips' fastballs, which he's been relying on so much to start this inning. And the A's looking to widen their lead here.
It's a thunderous way to come off the bench, too. So the Bootleggers have to bring the infield in as Sebastian Moore takes outside ball 1. Moore singled in the 2nd, popped out in the 3rd. A's with 1 out, trying to put an insurance run on the board. They lead by 2. That ball's ripped for a base hit in the right field. Coasting across the plate is Billy Ham. 2nd hit of the game for Sebastian Moore. RBI hit. And back-to-back hits for the A's. So Carson Phillips made it look easy, getting the strikeout on Jackson Irwin. Then back-to-back missiles for base hits. Play the 4th run of the day for the A's. So I'll bring up Brant Cook. Came into the game last inning to play right field for Braxton Riley. That ball on 1 hop, gloved by the 2nd baseman Hattori, and out is the call at first base. Bang bang play at first Phillips did a nice job getting over the cover. The ball went by the first baseman Vendel. Go Hattori cut it off. Phillips there to cover. So 4-1 on the putout. The A's dugout enraged over that call. But the second out of the inning nonetheless. Going to second is Moore. So that brings up Will Campagna. Singleton scored in the third, struck out in the fourth. Breaking ball, ball one. Base hit, should score another run.
Infield shifted for Campagna.
93 miles per hour. The triple off the bat of Billy Ham. Might be the hardest hit ball statistically I've seen all season. 93 with a wood bat.
That is, I would agree that is the hardest hit I've seen all year as well.
Waiting on deck as Caleb waits. And even better, the base hit from Sebastian Moore, 95 miles per hour off the bat into right field. We knew there were rockets. I didn't realize they were hit that hard. Our analytics guys using Flight Scope giving us all this good extra information.
Hats off to our analytics department. They do it all.
The 1-1. Hit hard on one hop, gloved by Vendel. Nice play on the hop. He'll take it to the bag himself to retire the side. Not before two ringing hits. The triple from Billy Ham off the bench, and the 95 mile per hour hit from Sebastian Moore plates an insurance run for the A's. So we'll go to the bottom of the sixth. A's lead 4-1. Bootleggers down to just 6 outs. They're set to take their hacks in the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order coming up, Go Hattori, Nathan Beckley, Max Mullen, the scheduled hitters. And they'll face a new pitcher, probably more than happy to see somebody that's not Bridger Holmes. And it'll be Jack Hagan, the 6'2 righty at the University of Wisconsin Whitewater. This will be the third game he's pitched this season. He's gone 6 innings, 4.50 ERA. 2 walks along with 6 strikeouts. He's on to try and secure the win for Bridger Holmes, who, besides the 6th, was besides the 5th, was masterful.
Absolutely. It was just a couple of odd mistakes.
It's on the ground, left side, backhanded by Mullen over the first, in time! Nice play, Jack Mullen going to his backhand side.
Beautiful play. That's how you want to start if you're Hagan.
Jack Hagan will gladly take some nice defense on the softly hit grounder from Hattori.
Yeah, it was really only a couple of uncharacteristic errors and a pass ball. The damage for Holmes, other than that, he was fantastic.
Now I'll bring up Nathan Beckley. Coming off the bench today, takes strike one. Beckley 5 for 14 this season. OPS over 800. That ball's hit hard. Second base side. Diving attempt. Can't get it as Christopher Perez, who just came into the game. So that's in there for a base hit. Fourth hit of the game for the Bootleggers, as Beckley is aboard. That ball's hit hard.
And Perez looking like a little shaken up after that play. Taking a bit to get up. Hope he's okay. Umpire coming in over to check.
Looks like they're asking for an athletic trainer.
Ooh.
Can only hope for the best. Looks like he's holding his glove arm. Yeah, sometimes an injury can occasionally happen when you're making a diving play.
Risky take, yes. He's okay.
We'll be back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, we'll give you any kind of update that we might see or hear. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out. Christopher Perez did just leave the field after he ended up hurting himself on a diving attempt on the base hit from Nathan Beckley. A couple good signs at least. He saw the athletic trainer working on him, and he did a couple tests. He was able to raise both of his arms above his head. So that's definitely a positive sign.
It is.
Looks like Caleb Skull came on to replace Perez at second base. That ball's down the line, off the glove of Aiden Arriaga, came into the game. Throw the first, not in time. Going to third is Beckley, and he's going to be out by quite a bit. Great play by Billy Ham, the first baseman, to gun him down. We'll see what that play is going to be scored by Max Mullen, whether it's an error or a hit. That will go down as an error on the third baseman, Arriaga, allowing Mullen to reach. So third error of the game for the A's. Mullen would have been a tying run getting on base, but ultimately Beckley gunned down at third. That might have broken his bat. Billingham gets it, race to the bag, and he'll retire Kai Pagan by plenty to end the inning. So a couple base runners not able to amount to any runs. We'll go to the top of the 7th. A's will come back up with 1 inning to play. We're all set for the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Bootleggers, Brian Perry, will be the first man out of the bullpen for the Bootleggers. Carson Phillips went the first 6. About four runs, scattered 9 hits. So his day is all done. Able to get some work in after the power were rained out last night. So it'll be 10-1-2. Caleb waits. Trevor Eby will hit in Christopher Perez's spot in the leadoff part of the order. Christopher Perez had to leave the game last inning on injury, attempting to make a diving play. 0-1 the count. Perry it to Waits. Waits singled and scored his first time up in the 3rd, flew out to left in the 4th. So he's batting for the 3rd time as he faces a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. A's come into today first place in the standings, especially after seeing the Blue Sox win. Trying to win to maintain control over first place. 3 outs away from doing just that. 2-2 the count. Ball's hit hard towards shortstop. Backhanded play, Hattori. The throw's going to be offline to first base. Daniel Vendel had to come off the bag to get it. Great effort there on the backhand side by Jin Hattori, but an infield hit for Caleb Waits. That'll be the 10th hit of the day for the A's lineup. An A's team towards the bottom half of the pack as far as hitting is concerned as a team. Able to put up 10 hits.
Indeed.
And
that's really
9 of the hits coming against Carson Phillips, of all people.
Which is amazing. Of all people, for your offense to wake up against. Oh, it's just been timely hitting. It's been more of the name of the game today rather than stolen bases.
So I'll bring up Trevor Eby. Eby more of a pitcher for the A's. Probably a pitcher only in college and coming fresh from the Saddleback College. He does not have an at-bat yet this season. Count 1-0. Teams are always excited when the POs have their bats. They try and get a hit. Was it fairly hard? Foul down the right field line off the athletic trainer's tent. Busiest I've seen the athletic trainers in the middle of games dealing with things on the site. Alex Santiago, our first game of the day, got plunked by a couple foul balls behind the plate, was momentarily removed from the game, then he returned and actually threw a man out stealing at third. It was awesome to see.
It was.
And of course, just now Christopher Perez having to leave the game the previous inning.
Oh, well, it was a very, very gutsy diving stop. Now the A's are in motion.
Oh, now he's going to be in a rundown. Waits going back to first, and the throw gets away.
Oh my!
Botched rundown. Over the get it is Tyler Swan. The throw second nowhere near in time.
His helmet came right off. What looked to be a sure rundown still results in second base being stolen.
So it's going to be an error on somebody. We'll wait to see who. Third error of the game for the Bootleggers. Both teams with 3 errors apiece. So the error will go on the first baseman, Daniel Vendel. Not able to hang on to the throw from the rundown. You know, not much time to practice out here. Some of these guys might be a little out of practice with rundowns. They had Caleb Waits dead to rights. He was trying to time up the pitcher, Brian Perry, to steal second. A's love to run. We all know that. Not sure if they would even had Caleb Waits anyway, even if the throw were caught and the tag applied. Seen a couple water breaks the past couple of innings. Gotta stay hydrated, especially in the Southern California sun.
That temperature up to 104 degrees now.
Really? Doesn't feel that way.
At least in our booth, where we got a little bit of AC and some of that mist
That's
trickling
true.
in.
That helps. A lot of clouds out today. Not used to seeing many clouds during the summer out here in the desert.
Again, for
Obviously, we had the storms yesterday, but still plenty of clouds inside. No storm clouds, but cool sight nonetheless.
very pillowy clouds just hanging over there on those beautiful mountains out in the valley.
So the count stands 2-1. Brian Perry dealing with Trevor Eby at the plate, hitting for Christopher Perez. Outside 3-1. Caleb waits over at second base with nobody out. A's wouldn't mind putting up some insurance runs as they lead 4-1. That's off the end of the bat. Foul right side.
Clinging off the stands.
Almost thought Eby broke his bat for a second, but I guess not.
The ball's still making its way all the way down to the concourse.
In a wood bat tournament, I ended up splintering my bat a little bit, didn't even realize it, and grounded out to first base the next pitch. My bat absolutely shattered. Don't use broken bats when you're hitting, as Eby takes a called strike 3. So 1 away here in the top of the 7th. So that brings up Jack Mullen. Jack Mullen, one of the big men of the day so far for the A's. 2 singles, including a big RBI hit to key the 3-run third inning for the A's. He's also stolen a base. He'll bat with 1 out and a man on second, looking to maybe make it a 5-1 ball game. Way outside, ball 1. Snap throw down to second. That ends up hitting the foot of William Campagna. Might have been a break for the Bootleggers to keep that ball from going into center field.
Huge break.
It was backed up nicely, though, by Max Mullen, the center fielder. One low the count to Jack Mullen. Big hole on the right side. Looks like actually 0-2 the count. Beg your pardon, 1-1 the count. That ball spiked in the dirt. Nice play by Swan behind to keep it right there. 2-1 the count.
Two and one, still just 1 out.
And it looks like the game on the turf field has just concluded. That's to be expected, given the turf games start 30 minutes earlier than the stadium games. 3-1 the count. Not sure what the result would be over there as of yet. First base is open for what it's worth. Here's the 3-1 to Mullen. That's it fairly well till left field. That's going to be fair. It's going to go up against the wall. Hagan goes to dig it out of the corner. Coming around to score is Caleb Waits, and pulling in the second. Third hit of the game, second RBI, is Jack Mullen. He's 3 for 4.
And a huge insurance run. We've seen some very hard hit balls today. And that one just traveled.
Caleb Waits crosses the plate. 5-1 is where we stand. Insurance run that the A's will gladly take.
87 miles per hour off the bat, the exit velo on that hit. Somehow not the hardest hit we've seen today.
We've seen a few rockets.
We have.
First pitch to Spencer Middleton, a little outside. Middleton 0 for 3 so far today.
The A's usually sleepy offense, really bringing the lumber today.
Jack Mullen came into today hitless. Well, that'll change in a big way with the 3-hit game. Also his first 2 RBIs of the season. 2-0 the count to Spencer Middleton. Once again, man over at second base, 1 out. That's Mullen. Brian Perry out on the mound. Off the end of that foul. Trying to work his way through the 7th inning. Bootleggers will have 3 outs to play with in their half of the 7th. They'll have to try and overcome at least a 4-run deficit.
Final score for the game over on the other field. Snowbirds 10, Chill 2, for those interested or trying to keep track.
That's a big loss for the Chill right there. Trying to keep pace with all the front runners in the standings.
Very crucial loss.
Three and 1 the count. Way out in front, 3 and 2. So the Chill dropped to 4 and 3 on the season. They came into today in 4th place, trailing the Lumberjacks, Blue Sox, and the A's. Snowbirds moved to 3 wins, 3 losses, 2 ties. Almost looks like a soccer team's record.
It does.
At 3-2's upstairs, ball 4. Middleton reaches base for the first time today. That puts men on first and second with 1 out. That'll bring Caleb Skull to the plate. Came on as a sub, struck out his first at bat. Bootleggers will try and turn 2 with men on first and second. Vendel playing in front of the runner, up against the grass. So that's upstairs, ball 1.
Both runners set to go.
Nobody up in either bullpen, so we'll expect to see Jack Hagan next inning. And this is Brian Perry's inning to work through.
Right field playing fairly shallow. Center and left, about normal.
Outside again, 2-0. Missing in the same spots as Perry right now. Outside to the right-handed batter. See one of our other stats guys making his way towards the press box. You always need at least one stats guy by the turf field to keep track of those games, keep everything in order. To some degree, they're the law over there. 3-0 the count. Swing on 3-0, that's out to third base. To second for 1. Over the first, in time, nicely turned double play. 5-4-3 to retire the side in the 7th inning. But not before a big RBI double from Jack Mullen. The man of one of the 2 big men of the day for the A's, his 3rd hit. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Bootleggers trying to overcome a 5-1 deficit when we return. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Last chance for the Bootleggers. 5, 6, 7 due up in the order as they trail 5-1. Jack Hagan back out for his second inning of work. Looking to complete the victory for Bridger Holmes, who went the first 5 innings, allowing just 1 run. Hagan worked a scoreless 6th inning. Allow 1 man reach base via error.
Bootleggers mostly quiet today at the plate. Just 4 hits, only 1 run.
We were just talking a moment ago, Marshall. I was looking to go to the Padres game as that's hit in the air to right field. Brant Cook, under it, 1 pitch, 1 out. Talking about trying to go to the Padres game today. My Phillies are in town, big Phillies fan. But I gotta get my brakes fixed. Sometime life comes a-calling.
Oh, it's a predicament, all right. Which do you choose?
You fix the brakes. Of course. That'd be a disaster.
Unless you just catch a ride some other way.
First pitch outside. 1-0 the count to Ryan McCarthy. He's 1 for 2 today, singled back in the 4th.
I got him. Look, for a second that looks like I might have nubbed his bat, but...
So, second time that McCarthy's reached base today, a 1-out base runner for the Bootleggers. Still not a save situation for the A's. So, 1 man on base, the Bootleggers trail by 4. That brings up Daniel Vendel. 0 for 2 today, grounded out to the pitcher in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. A's are set to try and turn 2. Billingham will hold on the runner. Some teams will elect in this situation not to hold the runner. Just let him take 2nd. Not the case right here. That ball's off the end of the bat, popped up behind first base. Billingham makes the call and the play. There's 2 outs. The A's 1 out away now from winning their 7th game of the season and retaining at least a share of first place in the league. That brings up Jin Hattori. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the 3rd, grounded out to 3rd in the 5th. First pitch swinging, foul tipped into the glove of Waits. 0-1. This game began as a pitcher's duel between aces. Carson Phillips pitched for the Bootleggers today, one of the power aces. Bridger Holmes, of course, the league leader in strikeouts for the A's. The A's got to Phillips in the 3rd, putting 3 runs across the board. Bootleggers able to score an unearned run in the 4th, and adding on single-digit runs in the 6th and the 7th, the A's are staked to that 5-1 lead. Hit foul, 1-2 the count. A's now 1 strike, 1 out away from shutting the door on the Bootleggers. Hagan set. He kicks and deals the 1-2. Ball's fisted into right field. He'll get down for a base hit. Rounding 2nd, going to 3rd is McCarthy. He'll get in there no problem.
Bootleggers not done just yet.
6th hit of the game for the Bootleggers. First hit of the day for Jin Hattori. Now things might get a little bit interesting here in the bottom of the 7th. It's now a save situation with a tying run on deck. That brings up Xavier Thomas. Thomas walked in the 3rd, flew out to right in the 5th. Needs to get on base as he takes strike 1 on the outside half. That base hit not hit particularly hard in the right, but it hit nonetheless. 0-2 the count, swings through it. For the 2nd time this inning, Jack Hagan and the A's 1 hit away from shutting the door. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Check swing out to shortstop. Mullen up, but it flips to 2nd. That will retire the side. and end the ball game. The A's have completed a 5-1 victory. Impressive performance once again from Bridger Holmes, and he's able to outduel the power ace Carson Phillips. A's win it 5-1. They now move to 8-1 on the season, still in first place. Impressive outing to say the least from Bridger Holmes, Marshall.
Indeed. Terrific pitching all around. Bridger Holmes was just in control all the way through. Lumberjacks just never really had an answer for it. He was just in control